And go for it.
Like literally everybody's here. It's actually 9:30, and this is awesome. So welcome to Monday Night Heroes, where we are going to continue on with old school essentials and semi somewhat maybe one day the Temple of Elemental Evil.
We won't make it.
Um,
Yeah, it's not looking good for us right now.
so yeah, it's T1 through 4, and you're in T2. I think that's how they have it broken down. But you're kind of in like a side quest of T2. So with that in mind, let's introduce everybody. We'll catch it up and just go for it. So from the top around, Jay, who are you playing?
Tonight I will be playing Baltana, a drow thief.
Matt.
I'm Dagmark, a dwarven cleric of the god Moradin.
Rodney.
I'm playing Silric, an elf who's feeling bad right now.
Neko.
I am playing Tiffany, a drow ranger who is feeling worse than the elf, probably.
Nick.
I'm playing Sargog, the level 4 warrior princess.
And finally, Brian.
I'm playing the human bard and master of the bagpipes extraordinaire, Squitter Cutbait, tootling away with the bagpipes near you.
All right. And I'm Steve. I like trains. All right. So last time you guys
I like
decided,
turtles.
you decided that you were
Nice.
going to rip off some pirates for some easy loot to go in as a tribute to ingratiate yourselves to the rest of the fire cultists in the Temple of Elemental Evil. That didn't go so well.
But at the beginning, it sounded like a sound plan.
Squitter Cutbait has repaired to the pub where he is entertaining dozens of pirates, or whatever the ones that went to that particular pub, with his bagpipes.
Men of good taste.
Distracting them. The rest of you all snuck onto the empty pirate ship with a minimal amount of guard and went into the hold to find that the pirate captain, Lin Dao Qin, was actually a Jiangshi. And after just about kicking your asses, you were able to defeat the undead fiend, only to have a rip appear in reality and this thing crawl out, some elder horror.
Oh.
So that's kind of where we left it. So let's go back to this pub where it's late. You're winding down your set.
Mm-hmm.
The pirates are all singing about what they do with drunken sailors.
Mm-hmm.
They throw them
And
in the
they learn
longboat till
not
they're
to go
sober.
chasing waterfall. But they should stick
And
to the rules they're used to.
but really it's time for everything to wind down, and yes, it's time for everything to wind down. And the pub owner, the bartender, Doc the bartender, who is your wink wink secret ally, and Passat the hustler, who likes you guys, but he's Earth Cult, is kind of giving you the let's get these bums out of the pub so we can close up and get some sleep. That's where we're leaving it as the pirates start filing out. of the common room.
As always, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
And one of them goes, "Well, we actually are staying here."
Oh, well, never mind then. But
Yeah,
I must take my leave.
we spend so much time on that damn ship that when we have shore leave, we don't want to live on it.
Mm. Really? I was like, why'd you spend so much time on that ship?
Because we're pirates and it's our pirate ship.
I suppose, but is this any longer a time on that ship than anyone else's for any particular reason?
No, I mean, do you sleep where you work? Well, he looks around and he goes, "You probably do."
Hmm. I see. And how often do you take on new pirates to add to your piratey crew?
I Well, maybe we can use an entertainer of sorts.
Oh, I'll be sure to put in a good word of my interest. Can you tell me a little bit more about your captain?
Like, well, he's Lindau Kin. He's the rootin', tootin'est, roughest, toughest, darn shootin'est pirate north, south, east, and west of the Flanness.
It is very clear that we need a bard aboard your vessel here to teach you in wonderful ways to describe your grandiloquent captain. Where did you come upon them? Are they, yeah,
Probably the best thing for you to do, honestly, is tomorrow. Tomorrow at at a sane hour, you should talk to the first mate. Their name is Zhen Qing, and that they'll be more than happy to interview you. I'm a lowly sailor. Speaking out of selfishness, I would love to have entertainment like yours on our boat all the time. But really, first mate hiring and firing, you know how it is.
it is the way of the world, I understand. I take good leave of you, sir, and start making my way towards the ship discreetly.
Yeah, he like gives you an exaggerated yawn. They start
Hmm.
trooping up to their rooms and all right, so you start making your way to the ship discreetly.
Because everyone should have been back by now.
It is pretty damn late.
How curious.
As you cute.
Brian failed stealth.
He was doing great until the dog.
Oops. Quiet.
As you approach the ship, it's inky black outside, and chilly, and you notice that the guard is not there anymore.
Hmm. How wonderful. Well, my snoopy bardic ways encourage me to go aboard and take a tour of the vessel unimpeded.
Okay, so assuming that you're going into the hold,
Discreetly.
yes, you come to like what I said last week. The hold is divided into two sections: the booty, the stores, with their food and sailing supplies and whatnot, and then there's a door normally that would go into another chamber that you have yet to see, and that doorway is webbed over.
Webbed?
I forgot about that.
That
Gross.
doorway is webbed over, and you can hear like
The fuck is that, Dagmark?
yeah, exactly. You hear. So the first thing you hear is the fuck is that Dagmark? But then you hear like this whiny little voice saying, "Get me out of here! You have to let me out of here!"
Get you out of here. We got to get us out of here.
You can't get out of here without me. I know how to deal with this thing. That's my job.
Well, tell us quick.
Who's saying this?
The guy in the cage that you took the ball gag off of. Yeah, so the little guy in the cage. So just to reiterate, this thing that's coming out is basically a huge torso. Like an obnoxiously long torso with arms coming out periodically like a centipede's. And on the end of each arm is a hand.
Well, of course
And-
there's a hand.
Then the head is what would be a normal human head, but instead of a face, it's just hollowed out. Like somebody took a scoop and scooped everything out of it. So, just to kind of give you a little bit of an idea.
Ta-da!
Sounds like someone needs to visit a
That
clerk.
is kind of what it looks like. Yeah. Well, that is coming out of a rip in like reality.
Friendly rip?
No!
Obviously not. Obviously not. Now you don't see this. You just hear their reactions to this as they are sheer panic. So
All right.
we'll just do what we were doing last week and go in the same order we introduced you in. If you want to jump in above that order or hold your action, it's fine. It all happens at the same time. All right. Boltana.
So
Like at this point, the thing has like one arm, like one of its like forearms, like on the top of it, like with its fingers curved around the edge, and another like arm from the rear coming in like a leg, like you would through a window.
Oh, so it's in the process of climbing through this portal.
Yes.
can I attempt to
And then,
hide?
despite the picture, it's got long, straggly hair. You can attempt to hide.
So what
There are
I
plenty
can't-
of things to hide behind. Yes, there's.
what I want to do is I
Great.
want to attempt to set myself up for a backstab for next round. So I'm going to attempt to go and hide in a corner so I can spring out and say good morning afterwards.
Okay, sure. What is your hide?
My hide is I'm looking right now. Hide is 30%.
Okay. Would you like me to roll that, or would you like?
I will
to-
let you roll it and not tell me, so then I can't metagame.
All right. Okay. All right. So you like slip into the shadows behind like a chest,
Thank
and ready your dagger,
Short sword.
short sword.
Yep.
All right. Dagmark, what are you doing? So you, at this point, Dagmark, you've had a round to like kind of reposition yourselves from where you were when the fight ended. So anywhere in the room you want to be, there you are.
I think I was still in the cage with that dude because the last thing I did was take the gag off of his mouth, right?
Yes, and he screamed, "You fools!"
Well, yeah.
Now he's screaming about being the only one that can stop.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll see if that's true. How is he chained up or is he just tied up?
Well, his hands are immobilized, manacles, and then there's a chain on his ankle.
Okay. I suppose there's not a key anywhere hanging on the wall in this room.
No.
You can certainly
Nah.
look if you wanted to.
I'm just going to do a real quick look around. I'm not going to go
Uh,
search the room or anything. I'm just going to literally just turn my head around and look around the room to see if I see anything.
Would you be able to see if you were able to see? Just turning your head and not like actually searching, you're not going to find anything.
And I did the same thing on one of those manacles like I did on the door, like just try to break it.
They're a little thicker.
Okay, that guy was sitting on a throne, right? Some sort of or chair or something.
Yeah, like a piratey chair.
Okay, then I'm going to move over there and look around to see if I can see a key set hanging from it anywhere.
Okay. Yes, there is a key set there.
So I'll snag it, and that'll probably be my turn, I assume.
Yeah. All right. Next is Silric.
All right. First off, I want to ask the squeaky gentleman, how much time do you need?
Well, I need to resummon those cats.
How long?
It's going to take at least a minute.
At least a minute.
But I need my hands to be free.
Yeesh.
Can you break it with your hammers, Dagmark?
I got the keys.
Oh, you got the keys. That's right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so this thing is like in the process of crawling out, and it's pretty goddamn big too. I mean, it's not like a slouch.
Okay, and there's
Pretty scary. If this were another system, you'd all be making sanity rolls.
right. But
I
now
think we're
when
already
you say
fucking
there's
saying-
things to hide behind, are there like crates stacked up and
Yeah, yep, crates and chests and bedding and
Okay.
It's his lair slash booty room.
All right.
And you put that any way you want it.
I'll slide up behind a couple of like stacks of crates, take up an ambush,
All right, so for
but
you,
also
that's
kind of
cover.
stay hidden.
Yeah, that's cover.
Yeah.
For you,
Exactly.
more or less. All right. Yes. Timpani, what are you doing?
Firstly, I'm gonna recover my damn shield,
That's fine.
and then I'm gonna skedaddle towards that cage so I can try to get there to maybe catch the key should they need to be thrown.
Okay. Sargulg.
And my free action, I swear to God, if you fucking double cross us, I'm breaking every one of your fucking joints and your bones and hands before we die.
His eyes kind of get big.
Is the thing still breaking through reality?
Yeah. It's a turn-based game. It's not its turn yet. So yes, it is breaking through reality.
You might say on through to the other side, if you will.
I get my axe ready and I'm staring at it, but I also ask everybody, should we run?
You
Can't.
see those webs?
I forgot about the webs. That's right.
So wait, is our barbarian telling us to run?
Yeah, sure
Okay.
is.
The ranger would also like to tell us to run, but there's fucking webs right there.
Yeah.
And they will last for 48 turns.
All right, so Sargulg, you start to finger your pink axe and
Oh my!
look at the thing coming out of the reality. It's like in the middle of the room. It's like there's no wall that it's coming out of. It's just like there.
Can I actually attack it?
You could if you wanted to.
Why not? Hold on. I don't have my dice on me.
There you go.
That's a
There you
fair
go.
question right there.
And Nick has the fuck it trophy for today.
I thought about it. I ain't gonna lie.
Hold on. Plus.
See, I wanted to make sure that I wasn't the one to attack it first.
Thank you, digital dice roller. I rolled a 22.
Okay, well, if that hits armor class 3, then you've hit it.
Yeah.
All
Armor
right.
class 3, I hit on a 14 or higher.
Roll your damage.
8. 8 total.
All right.
I did 1d8 plus 3.
Okay, yeah. So your axe rips.
I healed 2 hit points too. Hell yeah.
Yes, your axe rips across. It's so weird because it goes through nothing until it hits like where the arm is, and hits the arm. You feel that, right? And then it like goes through more nothing. Like it's almost like it's not quite there yet. Just parts of it are.
Oh, that's serious.
All right, and yeah, and it can't roar though. It like puts its head up to make a defiant roar, but it can't because it's just a hollow shell. All right. Meanwhile, on the other side of the webs, you, Squidder, you start to hear the sounds of like screaming and action
And I assume this is not the screams of pleasure.
well, there's definitely a some sort of Donnybrook happening on the other side of these webs.
Oh. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me on the other side of those webs? Is everything all right?
No!
Well, for once, that's a very definitive answer. Okay,
I'm gonna kill the bard, but you guys hold it against me if I just fucking gut him when we get out of here.
Okay, so a couple things happen while this is going on. The first thing that happens is the thing starts to emerge even further and decides it's going to take a swipe out of a half-orc barbarian princess.
Oh dear.
Hold on
So-
to your tiara.
So what is your armor class?
I need
Nick?
to ready the bagpipes.
Nick?
Shit. Sorry, I didn't realize I was muted. It's 2. You ain't gonna hit me. Fuck that.
Don't talk shit to the dice, son.
All right. So you're going to be taking...
Oh, fuck that. I ain't
Told
taking
you not
shit.
to take.
Oh,
talk
shit. All right. So here's what happens.
I don't take anything. You move
All
on
right.
to the
So
next turn.
two of its arms that are through slash at you.
Oh, I refuse to believe that.
Are you going sob citizen on the fucking enemy?
And you're taking 4 points of damage as one hits you. I'm going to need a saving throw.
I'm gonna reduce
Versus-
that down
versus
to
paralysis.
0 because I'm just cool.
right,
What's
well-
the saving throw I
well,
need to do?
Bonds make a saving throw versus paralysis.
Okay. So 10 or lower.
No, it's higher.
Oh, higher? Okay. I rolled a 12. Hey.
Okay.
Thanks, digital dice roller. Tight.
All right, so yeah, so this claw hits you, and you feel like something being pulled out of the wound, but you're able to resist. So while this is happening, the little guy is like chomping at the bit. He's eyeing the door. He's looking at this thing, and then his eyes can't grow any wider after being threatened by the ranger, but they somehow do, and he just like lets out a squeak and points a shaky finger at the mass where the pirate captain was, and you see like the mist start to coalesce
Oh,
into the shape
fuck.
of the Jiangxi. All right, so that is the opening salvo. Somebody roll a d6.
Three.
2. Oh, you first.
Cinco. All right. So this thing emerges even more, and now, unfortunately for you, Nick, 3 of its arms are exposed. And only one of them hits. God damn it.
God damn it.
All right, this one's going to do 2 points of damage, and I'm going to need another saving throw.
I got an 11. Hell yeah.
All right. We'll count this chain guy will be with you. He'll be on your initiative. But then Lin Dao Qin looks up at the thing, and he was kind of greenish. Now he is a very ashen green. As he looks at the thing coming out of the rip in reality, and he turns to whoever's closest to him at this point. It's probably the barbarian. He turns to the barbarian and says, I suggest we put aside our differences and take care of this, our mutual enemy, and then we can talk later about why you're here. All right. Now it's your guys' turn.
Sweet. Stabby,
Jay,
stabby.
all right. So this thing is, while this is going on, you're making your way around, and the rip, as you circle around where the rip was, it's like a hologram almost. It's not 2-dimensional. You can see where it's ripped all the way around it.
Okay.
So like while it's coming out, it just kind of looks like it's coming out from one angle, but as you're going around it, it's like just coming out from the whole circumference. It's very fucking mind-blowing. Trust me.
Okay. Well, I'm glad I don't have sanity checks.
But you are it's like looking at 3-dimensional space from its perspective from the 4th dimension. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So to it, it's just climbing out of like, its thing. To you, it's like this fucking mind fuck mushroom nightmare. All right.
I like mushrooms.
All right. So you take your short sword. You're trying to hit armor class 3.
Okay.
And
Was I sneaking?
You were not.
Okay, fine.
You were not sneaky.
Armor class 3. Okay. One sec. Got 16. Okay, I hit. And it would be what? 1d6 of damage. And I probably will do 2 points.
Again, this hits it and you feel like it's done nothing.
I'm going to say,
Like
is any
you feel as if your weapon is not up to the task of dealing damage to this thing.
I could have swore we gave him a dagger.
guys? I have a silver dagger, but I
No,
haven't
we
tried
had
it
a dagger for you.
yet.
I guess we didn't give it to you.
No,
You guys found a mason. I thought you had taken that.
no. The mace went to
That's
Dagmar.
mine.
Okay.
Nope, they both have one. We ended up with 2 +1 maces.
Yeah, and then we got a dagger when you got your bow. I think.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, because we were gifted a dagger with the bow.
Okay, I must not have been there for that. So I
You
don't
weren't.
remember that. Okay.
So I
Okay,
couldn't
so-
remember if
all
we
right.
gave it to you
Well-
or not.
Well then, if you want to have that, if somebody wants to toss him that dagger, that would be a good idea. Because like, yeah, you see him stab this thing with his sword, and like, and you see the look of realization dawning on his face that you need something a little bit more than good steel.
I need something with oomph.
Boltana, come here.
Okay, I
All right.
didn't move, so could I move towards Silric?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, then that's what I'll do. I'll end up right there.
All right. Jagmark.
Is that thing between me and the cage?
It is. It's kind of in the center of everything, but it is not really paying attention to you right now.
Could I run behind the tear in space and reality and pop out by the cage?
No, as a matter of fact, if you run through it, it's as if nothing is there.
Oh, well, cool. Then it's not an obstacle. I'm going to run through it to the cage.
Okay.
How many keys am I dealing with? Which key looks like it's going to fit these manacles?
Oh, there's just one key on there.
Okay, I'm going to start undoing the dude's manacles as soon as I get
Actually,
there.
there's one manacle key. There's a bunch of like chest keys and stuff, but
Okay.
there's just one that looks like it's manacle. Yeah, so you
Has a letter M stamped on it.
Yep.
No, it's just
But
it's got like
it's
the end
like-
of a shape like fucking manacle, so you know it's
There you
a
go.
Exactly. It's like a McDonald's manacle, so they hire you and you don't have to be able to read.
Okay,
Press the
I'm going
manacle.
to start unlocking the manacles then.
Okay, yeah.
As soon as I get-
Are you unlocking? He starts to rub his hands. All right. Next is Silric.
Yeah, I'm gonna toss the dagger over to Boltana,
That's fine.
and then
That's it.
I'm gonna try to run for the door and maybe start hacking through my webs.
Okay. Okay, we'll see how long that takes.
Let's see. 2d4 turns.
Okay. I will keep track of that. All right. I'm going to keep track of that. All right, so you start hacking at the webs. Tiffany.
Well, I'm not so keen on getting hit by that thing. So I'm gonna put myself between it and the cage and hope that we can get this thing taken care of before we have to attack it more.
All right. Sargol.
Okay. Out of character, does anybody have like any fire that we could set to these webs? Are webs flammable?
Yes, they will
Well, I do
burn
have
in 2
kindling.
rounds.
I
They
do have
burn
kindling.
Okay.
Torch
Well,
will do it too.
I personally can't do anything about that. I do have flint and tinder, but I feel like my best role is just trying to tank against this thing. What do you guys think?
You could toss your flint and tinder to Silric. Because
I
I
toss
wasn't
my
I'm pretty panicky. I wasn't thinking about that.
Okay, I toss my flint and tinder to Silric, and I shout, "Light the webs on fire!" I don't know why I didn't think of that sooner.
Because
have
we're
to
on a
say that.
ship made of wood?
Oh, that's a good
Fuck
point.
the ship!
Yeah,
Look at what's
Hey,
in the
you
room.
know-
Fuck the ship.
yeah.
Well, this
sometimes
ship
you
might
gotta
have
get
a
singed.
substantial dollar value.
Sometimes you gotta get singed a little bit to escape. Lose some eyebrows, but they'll grow back.
Hmm.
Especially
have
if you
one.
have that pink axe.
Yeah. Would my eyebrows come back as pink?
Yes. Yes, they would.
A tight. All right. Yeah, we're doing this. I throw my flint and tinder to Silric and tell him, light the webs on fire. We'll deal with the fucking burning ship later. And then, would that be my entire action, or can I still attack it?
No, you can still attack.
All right. Yeah, bonus action or whatever. So
You just
I'll
like
attack it.
tossing a flint in your tinder box is nothing.
I hit it. I rolled a 15.
Is that
And
hit
I
on
do-
class 3?
6 points of damage, and I go back up to 10 hit points.
Is this a time to reflect on my old relative, Burke Cutbait? Let's see.
All right. Speaking of Burke Cutbait, what exactly is Squitter Cutbait doing? So
Well-
you hear like the muffled.
Indeed. Is this a scenario that calls upon me to charm someone, or shall I just simply try to slash at these
There's
webs? for mine?
absolutely no one around you to charm.
Start cutting
Okay.
through these webs,
I'm gonna
goofball.
charm the monster, the interdimensional
All right.
being.
Well, I start slashing at the webs myself, Ben. It's like, don't I have some alcohol on me from my previous adventures that I can douse the webs with to make them more flammable?
All right. So you light the webs. You light the webs on fire.
Oh, Jesus.
All right.
You're going to have to move
Fortunately-
fast once this really starts
fortunately-
kicking off. That's like, I've seen this kind of scenario before. It does not
They're
end
pretty
well.
thick, and you feel the heat as the webs start to go up.
Oh, fuck.
Well, I'm not going to penalize you for that.
Squitter's here.
It's not like
Do you need me to sing you a song? Called
No.
Discretion
Yes,
the Best
Thunder
Part of
Wave.
Valor.
Eldritch Blast or whatever.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah. So, the guy in the manacles starts to he starts to he goes, I need room. I need room. He grabs the keys and starts to fumble with his foot and finishes getting himself out, and he goes out and he starts to make hand signs.
Friendly hand signs.
Oh, shit.
I-
Look at that spell.
All right, so while that is going on, let's roll another d6.
Ooh.
Go for it.
I am. Let's see that. Ooh, 5.
And I rolled a 3.
Okay, well,
Oh, what is Baltana doing?
Altana is going to take the shiny new dagger, and I'm going to go stabby. Or attempt to.
All right, so you roll up behind this thing. You're trying to hit armor class 3. Yeah.
Well, I got the brand new dagger, and I'm still learning how to use it, so I missed.
It's a damn dagger.
Apparently, I'm holding it backwards.
He's just using a short sword. All right, Dagmark, what are you doing?
Well, if this guy's spellcasting, then I'm going to step up by Sargolg and swing on this thing.
Okay. So you use your shiny new mace.
What AC am I going for?
Armor class 3.
Not quite.
off.
Swing and a miss.
All right, next is Silric. So you jump back as you see the webs are smoldering.
Yeah, I'm gonna be prepared to start extinguishing a fire if necessary.
Okay. How are you doing that?
I'm looking around for barrels of water.
They would be in the other room. The stores.
The stores.
There were like tarps in
There's some booze in here.
Oh, that would totally work better.
There's booze in
There's like
here.
clay pots of liquor of some sort.
Draperies. Tapestries.
There are tapestries.
I'll yank a tapestry off the wall.
Okay.
Just in case I gotta beat this thing out.
All right. Tiffany.
All right. Look like the manacled guy is taking care of himself, right?
Yeah, he's like muttering and making hand signs.
I'm gonna try to keep myself between him and the thing, just in case it tries to take a swing at him. My shield up, and I'm gonna take a swing at it too. Myself. That's a miss.
Solid gold. Who is muted? Solid gold.
Sorry, it's my turn.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna hit it again. 14, right on the dot.
By the
Man.
power of the princess crown.
I ain't never gonna use regular dice again. dnddiceroller.com from now on.
This program brought to you by.
Not and never will be.
I love it. There's a how to use page. What the fuck? How to use, like, click the button. Ooh, I rolled an 11. Hell yeah. Max damage. Eat it. Thing from another dimension.
Said that like a waitress from It's Always Sunny.
What does she say again?
Damage. No, it just sounded like her.
Oh, okay.
Actually, but not as that role, but as the role of the coroner in Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
I was gonna say, she doesn't watch TV shows.
All right. All right. So again, Sargol he cues his mighty pink axe and gets this thing, which is now fully out of the rip, which seems to hover in the air ominously. All right. Squitter Cutbait. You watch the webbing
He watches
burn.
it burn.
Mm-hmm.
So this
We
will be
will
the
leave
last
the water
round. The next round on Squitter's turn, it will be all burnt.
Yes.
All right. So now,
The demon web burn. Burn, demon web. Burn. I'm still workshopping that. Anyway.
all right. So the thing now we have who was actually attacking it? It was 4 of you, which is awesome because that's how many attacks it has. So it's going to attack each one of you in a turn with one of its hands, and it does like some weird contortions to be able to get you, each of you. The first one is going to attack Sargolg, who has an armor class of 2, who shall be taking
I don't
4
take
damage
No, I don't.
and making a saving throw against.
I don't need to make the saving throw.
against
I don't take-
paralysis.
I don't take the damage.
All right, so if you're not making the saving throw,
I'll make the saving throw, but I actually did not make the saving throw, though. I'm
Okay.
rolling over, right?
yes,
Yeah, I
So
did not
you-
make that.
you feel like drained, like everything in the world is just a little bit more dull,
Oh, so this is like
and you're going to lose a point of charisma
That actually
Charisma.
doesn't work on me because I'm always negative. I lose a point of charisma.
Yes.
Is that permanent?
Yes.
Aw. But at a certain point, you don't notice unless you're a bard.
Fuck all ya. I don't like any of your animals. You
right.
little fucks.
Next, it's going to attack Baltana. What's your armor class, Baltana?
My armor class is 4.
It misses you.
Okay.
It will attack Dagmark next, who is armor classed.
1.
You are going to take 5 points of damage as one of its weird hands whips around and just clocks you one. And then we'll also need you to take make a saving throw against paralysis.
Okay. Nope.
All right, so you are also going to lose 1 point of charisma. Charisma.
Permanently?
Yes. And then the last one is going to attack.
And it come at 8.
Timpani, you are. What's your armor class? Timpani.
My bad. My mic was muted. I thought it wasn't. It's 4.
And you're going to take 2 points of damage and make
God damn it.
paralysis save.
Let's see. Fucking really? Fucking 1. Damn it.
Yeah, you don't feel like you're being drained at all.
Uh-oh.
Interesting.
I'm going to let that lie there for a second. Heavy over the party.
I like Timpani, damn it.
I know why.
As Lin Dao Kin once again says, you are all fools. I said we can work together and then settle our differences after this.
We get that all the time.
So he lunges toward the little man. Oh, who has to go first? Fuck. All right. Well, he did his. He's doing his things. He lunges toward the little man and says, "First order of business. I should have done this a long time ago." And he just grabs him by both claws, like with both of his claws, and twists.
No.
What the fuck, man?
What?
Which damage does he do? Two. All right. So the guy's neck doesn't snap, but he does fall in a clump at the Jiangshi's feet, and his arms like play out. He's no longer making signs, and Dao Quinn says, "This is all his fault in the first place. I was only keeping him around for my own amusement. But now with this," and he points towards the thing that's attacking you all, gotten a little too serious.
You liked
All
the
right.
cats, didn't you?
Next, somebody roll a d6.
Yeah, 4.
6.
Wooed.
All right. So the next thing he does, he grabs the little man and just tosses him towards the thing.
What are you all getting into?
The thing grabs at it, and you see the like all four hands. Like now it's busy. All four hands wrap around it, and it starts to kind of crawl over him, which is weird because he's at least twice, maybe 3 times as big as this little man. And as he crawls, you can see bits of this guy like kind of blurring away as he drags the little man into the rip and tosses him aside. All right. And now, that was their turns. So, Baltana, what are you doing?
I'm going to attempt to hit him. And by him, meaning the four-armed weak Goro.
Okay.
And I rolled. That would be 16 to hit. So that would be, I'm looking at the chart. I think that'll hit. Freaking sorry.
Armor class 3. You're trying to hit armor class 3.
Yeah.
So what's your THAC-O?
That's what I'm looking at right now.
It's either 19 or 18. So I think you're hitting either way.
Yeah. So that I rolled a 16. And I'm trying to find the THAC-O for this.
I'm telling you that.
That hit?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So the damage on that is I roll a d4 plus 1, so that would be it would be 4 points total.
Oh no.
All right. Okay. All right. Dagmark, what are you doing?
I'm gonna try and hit the thing again.
Okay. Captain.
That would hit.
All right, roll your damage.
Five points of damage.
Yowza. All right. Silric, what are you doing? So at this point, the last of the webbing is fluttering away in the wake of the fire, and you can see on the other side Squitter cut bait.
All right. Does it appear that the ship is catching?
No.
Okay. How big is this creature?
It's pretty big. It's, large human-ish sized. So think of Matt, not you, Matt. Matt in Salem, Matt Wiseman. Oh, you've never met Matt. He's a big guy. He's like 7 something feet tall.
Okay.
7'2".
Yeah. So it's proportioned that way, but it's all torso. There's no legs involved.
Oh, you all body. And everybody's pretty much just clustered around him.
Yep. Yes, sir.
All right, I'll hold for now.
All right. Tiffany.
Can I do anything?
Yeah, you're free to move. The only thing that happened was like everyone else looked like when they got hit by this thing, it sucked. And you didn't feel that. I mean, you took damage.
I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. She's gonna swing at it.
All right.
Yeah, I hit. That's 18.
Okay, roll your damage.
4 points of damage.
All right. And Sargolg.
I will attack it. Are the webs on fire yet?
They're burned away.
Yeah, that's been done and gone.
Should we run? Or are we fighting? Are we deciding to fight this thing?
Well, if you run and it's the bottom of the order, you'd be the only one.
All right. I'll Ooh, a 23 natural 20. That doesn't do anything, huh? That doesn't fucking matter,
No.
does it?
Does not matter.
Fucking OSE. Ooh, I did 11 points of damage. I did the max damage though. How about that?
Okay.
How about
Great,
that?
now it's annoyed.
It winks out of existence.
What?
Hey. Hey.
And
Run.
It's at
Is the
that
ship
point.
Oh wait. Is the ship on fire?
No.
No.
Well, let's loot this bitch.
Well, we still have a fucking vampire.
So
Not for long. kill
Squitter
it too.
Cutbait, what is your turn? What are you doing now? As it's just as you arrive, they're able to come in. You see this horror that they've been fighting just winks out. The hole in reality, disappears. You kind of rub your eyes. Was it even there in the first place? Because you've really only seen it for 6 seconds.
I feel like I have brought a pizza into a flaming room, to be really honest, here. But gazing around, I'm going to make a lore check. Yeah, then to see if I know what exactly
You don't have
I
any
am.
context right now. Like,
Okay.
you literally have absolutely no context.
All right, so there's absolutely no context. I have no idea what I'm looking at. Yeah.
first off, what's a pizza?
Yes.
And second,
so-
the fire was you.
Oh, yes. Well.
All right. So, Lindalkian starts to make hand gestures that are distinctly different from the hand gestures that the little guy, who's still not there, he didn't come back when the hole disappeared. With the little guy, different from what the little guy was making, and the two cats reappear and start to wind around his legs and purr. We could take you out of initiative if you want, or you can continue in initiative. It's up to you. But he does say, now that headache is over. And he looks right at you, Timpani, and he says, what can I do for you, my dear?
For me?
Oh, yeah.
Did you give me back what you took from me earlier?
Hello, sir.
That's what she asked. It's like, could you give me back what you took earlier?
Didn't we already almost kill this guy once? And he turned to mist?
Yes.
What makes him think he's in some sort of superior position now?
That is a good question.
Because he's that type of guy.
He came back
Oh.
after we did it. I mean, that seems like a valid excuse to me.
I'm going to give it Silric let's just take this guy. Look, he's not down for negotiating with.
Well, let's see where this goes first.
You don't necessarily need to put everything to the blade immediately.
You shut the fuck up.
I've never encountered one of these things before, so let us observe.
This ship has a substantial gold piece value to it, doesn't it?
Yes. Why are you on my ship?
Oh,
Oh dear.
quiet out loud.
See what had happened was I look at Silver.
This is the guy that's eating people.
Well,
What
yes.
are you guys doing?
Where?
You have a point.
Those other two terrified crewmen are still here, right? Chained up on the wall. The
Yeah.
ones that were brought down. I mean,
They're passed the fuck out at this
or are
point.
they? They're just too much terror.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I Moradin
Pools of
does not
urine,
like the
the whole nine
undead,
yards.
does he?
No, I'm not down with this guy.
Answer his question.
Well,
Okay.
we were here to rob you.
Uh,
And my
oh,
friend
wait a
here,
minute.
and my friend here is very intent on killing you right now.
He barks out a laugh. You are pretty bold.
We have been accused of that before, yes.
I will give you that. But you did me a huge service by taking care of the Nethergaunt and getting rid of that little weasel.
I mean, I hope I'm not out of line here because I'm like actually really curious about what the fuck was that guy doing with the thing and what are the cats? And I'm kind of confused what's happening here.
Well, that little guy was the asshole that gave me all of this. As a flake of his finger falls off onto the ground.
Oh,
Picks
that's
it up,
unfortunate.
pops it back in.
Does that happen often?
Mm, It'll pass. As you might find out
Wait, what?
sooner rather than later.
Hold up, what?
But yeah,
No, wait, can we run that back? What do you mean might happen sooner than later?
Well, there's a solution. Don't die.
Oh, classics. I love balls.
I want to ask why, but you met the bard? Have you met the bard?
So you're new.
Hello. This is a
Yeah,
fabulous.
he was the necromancer that resurrected me.
Oh. Huh.
I was
Necromancers are such cards.
yeah, they suck. So as a repayment, I was torturing him, and then well, this shit happened.
Oof.
The thing from the nether regions, that is a hunter of the undead, and it looks like my protection, and he pets a cat, was temporarily disabled, and it was taking advantage of that.
So is it a good thing to stop a hunter of the undead or a bad thing to stop a
Well,
hunter of the undead?
Just imagine it's a good thing for both right now.
They're not very discriminating,
Oh.
so it's probably a good idea. But to be honest, more so for me than for you. But like I said, they don't really care.
While he's talking, I'm going to go and unlock those other two crewmen and take them down from being manacled up on the wall.
Okay.
Okay.
I offer to play a song for our captain.
While he's distracted being talked to by the bard and everybody else, I want to see if I could snoop around. That's
Okay.
possible.
Yes.
Yeah,
Please.
there are. Now, come to think of it, there are shiny baubles everywhere. Chests half open. You can see the glint of gold, silver, and jewels.
Okay, so I am going to attempt to basically, I don't know what you want me to roll to make sure he doesn't see me. That would be.
Yeah, hide in shadows.
Would it be hide in shadows or would it be what do you call it?
Move silently. Well, you're trying not to be seen, so that would be hide.
Okay. So that's percentile dice. Give me a sec. I rolled a 93. So probably not.
Yeah, he says while he's talking to the bard and whatnot, he looks at you and says, because you came here to rob me doesn't mean you're going to be successful.
It's always worth a shot.
You definitely got more chutzpah than my crew.
Okay, then I'm gonna go back because I'm not gonna continue to try to rob him when I'm fumble thumbs.
Anyway, so we looks like we have a dilemma. We have you here to rob me. We have me not wanting to be robbed. I will admit I'm a little bit worn from all this excitement. But if we must, we must. I'll leave it up to you.
I'm not keen on fighting anymore.
What's his
No need
what
to fight
does mine
everyone.
eye see?
He's definitely worried, and he is kind of self-satisfied, smug.
But not smog.
What do you know of the politics of the Temple of Elemental Evil?
I don't know anything about those idiots. They really have nothing to do with me, and I don't care about them. That was a long time ago. And why would you need to? All they want to do is control and plot and have X amount of underlings and slaves, and that's not my style.
What
I've been a pirate my entire life, and I guess I will be a pirate my entire death.
now? What if I told you the purpose for our attempted robbery was to unbalance with the mind of conquering the Temple of Elemental Evil.
What do you mean by that?
Our plan was to rob from you and leave a trinket behind, indicting one of the other factions in the theft.
So I would start a war with the temple, this faction from the temple.
Possibly.
I mean, if you're willing to
I
do it
mean-
about a pretext.
I mean, you're a pretty tough guy.
I am the rootin' tootinest pirate north, south, east, west
Feared up and down the river.
of Flyness.
Hmm.
It is true. It is true.
You have a red, like, Fu Manchu.
White.
Does he happen to be wearing something that kind of looks like a cowboy hat? Is he very short?
Well, if you
No.
became the most powerful faction of a Temple of Elemental Evil, for example, that seems like it'd be to your benefit. What could we do to assist you on that?
Why would that be to my benefit?
Well, split power is certainly one thing, then, but it becomes such a process and it's so tedious when you could just be the absolute ruler of the Temple of Elemental Evil. But I don't know if there's
Well,
a
not
way for you
just
to-
that, but they've been taking tribute from the surrounding area. Their
Oh,
coffers
yeah.
must be very fat.
Mm-hmm. Right, and so, maybe it's just time for there to be one true supreme force of the Temple of Elemental Evil, and then everyone can just stop all this petty squabbling. You need someone that's very visionary. Maybe
I
we
mean,
just have to
certainly
find-
your livelihood depends on people having money and goods up and down the river here.
Mm-hmm.
That is true. I can't argue with that. So your proposal is
We take the bribe from your coffers that we require to secure passage into the temple so that we may continue dealing with the Fire Clan, while you, through your immense strategic acumen, take the fight to the Earth Kingdom or Earth Clan, or
Became the Avatar.
what is
emoji.
all of a sudden this is season 3 of Korra?
My
Avatar
cabbages!
we take what we need to get in and take out the Fire Clan. You, through your superior tactical acumen, may deal with the Earth Clan as you wish and claim all of their hoard for your own.
And we can eliminate the possibility that the Earth Clan could call upon.
So I'm not going into this temple with you.
Oh, absolutely not.
So you will bring me, let's say, my tribute back plus, let's say, 10, 20 times the amount as interest. Whether you wanted that to be from the Earth Clan or
8%. I would just like
well,
to
I
go-
mean, as it stands, they're just a minor inconvenience to me.
See?
And it seems like the favor that I'd be doing would be to you.
Well, certainly, but if they have thick coffers, you'll get much more than does what is the tribute we have to get? How much do we need to go in?
You were never told.
We were never told. Fuck!
You basically were said, "Where's the tribute?" And you said it was stolen, and they said, "Well, get some from
All right, all right.
From the pirates.
Squitter, do what you do
I mean,
best.
the assumption by the by the bartender, the fire cultist, was you know what you're doing
Right,
because you're a fire cultist.
right. We never
All right.
told her how much it was either.
Nope, that's true as well.
So, I mean, we're coming from Hamlet. Hamlet's not very rich. So
Yeah.
man, we could grab, say, 10,000. A mere drop in the
And
pail.
Well, I mean, maybe it's just an artifact or an object of interesting looking value rather than a quantity issue too. You know, quality over quantity is certainly a fire principle. Yes.
The Earth clan has stolen at least that much,
Mm-hmm.
and it rightfully belongs to you, Pirate King.
I'm going to ask you to make a charisma check on
All
that.
right.
All right.
Do I get any bonus for knowing that he is smug?
Yeah, you can grab yourself a +1 bonus for knowing his inner self.
All right.
He's also not taken aback by the fact that you have like this goat eye in the middle of your forehead. It's just another thing.
I rolled a 7, so I passed that.
Okay. This intrigues me. Meanwhile, while this is going on, Dagmark has unfettered the two sailors and has dragged them into the other room. Like while you're distracting Captain Keen. 10,000 gold pieces, you say?
Yes. We supernatural abominations have to stick together.
This I can do.
Of course.
And he looks right at Timpani and says, and then turns back to you and says, but I'll be keeping my eye on you.
Fair enough.
A good eye or an unfriendly eye? I mean, not that it really matters, I suppose, but it's
I-
nice
At this point, it's probably an objectivist eye.
Alright.
Tiffany is clearly unnerved by what he just said.
Yeah, I have a feeling I know what he means. So
Yeah.
I'll just kind
Would
of
you enlighten me?
nod. It's not the best news, but I'll tell you back. I'll tell
I
you
haven't
over.
had any good news since I met you.
I'll tell you over a drink.
But the good times are yet to come. Or somewhat chaotic but neutral times. I'm not really sure. I haven't lived through-
Squitter, do me a
Yes.
favor. Shut up. Just stop.
Oh.
So 10,000.
10,000. Yes, that should do it. Yes. Yes. 10,000. Excellent.
Speak up. What are you saying?
He's kind of
Said 10,000.
he's villaining, rubbing
Yeah.
his hands together
Yeah.
sideways.
He's twirling that Fu Manchu.
Yeah, I can see that. That's why I'm telling him to speak the fuck up.
It's working.
Well then, he glances around and says, "Well, it's getting early, so I think it's time that we cut this short." And he
But not
grabs
literally.
one of the coffers, like a medium coffer. He grabs it up like it's nothing, and walks over to you. So, Rick, what's your strength?
My strength is 13.
And he gives it to you. It's heavy. It takes you 2 hands to definitely heft it.
Hey, Sargolg, be a deer. Grab this.
I grab it.
Now, if you don't mind, he goes, oh, and I suppose, as long as she's with you, you have safe passage on my ship, blah, blah, blah.
Tiffany just looks very unnerved.
Now, off with you.
These men are free to go. Yes?
What men?
Yeah, what man?
Yeah. So, so there is no Dagmar, and there is no sailors.
Well,
as you turn to leave the ship.
I guess it's time to go.
I agree. There's nothing else we can get here.
Oh, unless he wants to give us something extra.
Get up and move. Just leave.
All right, we'll head back up. Is
All right.
Dagmark on the deck?
No, he's not.
No? Okay. Alrighty. Off the ship?
All right.
Yep.
Dagmark is, however, back in the inn, and he is, well, he's not gruntled, that's for sure.
He's drinking.
Yeah, he's sitting alone in the pub, which has closed, in the common room, which is closed, and he has a bottle. He's at the bar. There's a bottle. He's not even bothering. He just tossed the cork somewhere, and he's just pounding him back. As you
I
guys
look for
enter.
a mug and join him. Say, hey, give me some of that.
Sure.
I know. You wanted to kill him.
What?
I'm going to give him an elf look over the shoulder.
What is an elf look? Yeah, you could see through your eye that he's steaming.
Mm-hmm.
He's like at that point where he's just like, I am lawful good. I am a cleric of Moradin. The undead suck, and you just made a deal with one.
Well, not a deal that will probably eventually keep, mind you, but it was practical for our own survival, unless you enjoy spending times on the different planes of hell.
So Dagmark is lawful?
Yeah.
What is
Always have been.
What is everybody else's alignment?
I'm neutral.
Kind of chaotic.
Kind of.
I don't say.
I'm chaotic. I'm chaotic evil.
There's no evil.
Neut-
It's just,
No, is this
Neutral.
chaotic, neutral, or lawful?
I'm just neutral.
I'm chaotically flexible. Especially when
I'm
it comes to my
chaotically ambivalent.
Squitter is poly. Whatever alignment works at the time, that's what
Right.
he is.
He's
Exactly.
he's chaotic flexible.
Chaotic flexible.
I will say to Dagmark in the lawful tongue. some reassuring words to the effect of we've set one evil against another evil. We can only win this way.
I think we should have pounded him into mist, taken all the treasure, and burned the ship to the ground. But that's just me.
We can do that later.
Well, yeah.
There's a lot of bad touches
They're
today. I'm
talking in
not.
their alignment language.
Oh, wait, never mind. Yeah.
Yeah, we're having a secret discussion.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm just drinking
All,
them.
it's like hand signs and clicks.
I lost a
Oh,
point of
like-
charisma from 9 to 8, so I'm even extra gruff now.
Yeah. No, I get it. I get it. Do you have any reason to doubt me?
No, but I still don't approve of any of this.
Well, you got those sailors out.
Do what you can.
This is true. But on the other hand, had you not gotten here this fast, I was going to suggest you do exactly your plan. We could have double crossed him.
Yeah, well,
But next time, we make it through the Temple of Elemental Evil. He's all yours, and I'll help.
okay.
That means I have to save this card. Huh?
And
All right,
I'll
next-
also add that I suspect he has some form of control over Timpani, so we'll have to deal with him anyway to break that curse.
Oh.
Yikes.
And it's been a long night, and I'm sure he's tired, so he did not say that in the lawful language, but still like lock eyes just for a second with Timpani.
Wait, what? I should have stayed with the fucking Knowles.
He's keeping his eye on us through you, Timpani.
I kind of figured that part.
You have a bond with him,
Ooh.
but
He also said I shouldn't die, so that also worries me.
well, we'll keep you alive.
There's a lot of bad touching that happened today.
Well, actually, let's think about this.
How
If you're
can
undead-
one pirate captain like bring us to the whole Dark Night of the Soul moment?
Yeah, I just don't like bad touches. I mean,
Dead. Squitter Cuppy, you can make a lore roll.
also really fucking tired.
Yes. That's like, all right, hold on. That's like a 1d6, right?
Yeah.
Oof. All right, hold on. Get off me, Pop. This needs to be a good roll. All right.
It needs to be a good roll.
There it is. Damn it. That is a 3.
That is not a success.
I know. Well, I can only guess and then surmise what it was that might have been the prize.
Yeah, so I mean the things you do know is the guy definitely had some vampire vibes happening, but ain't no vampire that you normally have dealings with.
No ducky.
So I would rule that there's a outside chance that Moradin, in your studies of being a cleric, you might have had experience with this particular thing, but they're not very like common. So I'll give you a 1 in 6 to see if you know anything about like the nature of anything. Dagmar.
Huh? I'm sorry.
I called you Moradin.
Oh, what was up again?
Oh, but in your studies as a cleric, you may have run into like this type of lore. I mean, just it's reasonable, but they're rare. So if you can like roll a 1 in 6
Oh, okay.
to see if you know anything about them, you do know that you were unable to turn them.
No, I don't know anything about this
All right.
thing.
Yeah, and you know that it was definitely undead.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was undead. And the turning into mist thing made me think it was some sort of vampire.
Right. All right. Well, this is probably a good place to pause.
Oof.
Hopefully next week we can actually get to the Temple of Elemental Evil.
That works for Symphony because Symphony is actually very tired after losing 2 points of con. She's
Okay.
just gonna chug the rest of her booze and go to bed.
Yeah,
Oh.
and that's another thing that you do know is that Tiffany has taken direct con damage,
Yeah, she looks a
The
little
sum
more
of my
sickly.
life force, bad touching.
and she looks sickly, and he kept on like glancing at her, and hinting that somehow he has plans for her.
Dun
Or
dun
maybe it's a
dun.
necromancy kind of thing. But all right, well, thank you, everyone. This was quite enthralling. But now we hear midnight calling.
You got an hour. You've got
Oh.
2.
Oh, well, in that case, let's carry on.
Good night, everybody.
Yeah.
Good night,
Thanks.
everyone.